Hello comrades, Comrade Connor here. In this video I shall be summarising what is the political ideology known as social democracy, as there is much confusion about it, with social democrats being mistaken for members of other far more radical ideologies on the left. Although social democracy did come out of the early socialist movement, that did include Marxists, and for a while many communist groups were members of parties with Social Democrat in their name. Lenin, before 1912, for example, was a member of the Russian Social Democrat Labour Party. During this time, Social Democrats were essentially socialists who wanted to bring around a Marxist style of socialism through the slow democratic reform of capitalism and the use of direct action like protest over many generations. However, by the end of the World Wars, although some social democrats would still refer to themselves as socialist, they had essentially lost all relation to Marxists and anarchists, and in that sense were not socialists or communists at all, with most anarchists and Marxists seeing social democrats as capitalists and liberals, not socialists. I repeat, not socialists. Why? This is because from that time onwards, Social Democrats and their political parties, such as the British Labour Party or the German Social Democratic Party, advocate for capitalism. They do not wish to end or abolish capitalism, merely to control it, to regulate capitalism. They are fine with private property, they are fine with making profit, they are fine with a market, they are fine with the exploitation of the working class. They merely want a regulated market with high standards for products and workplaces, and they want high workers' rights, strong workers' rights, and are strong advocates of human rights in general. So, put simply, Social Democrats want a nicer, fairer, less dangerous capitalism that is nicer to the general populace, rather than helping only the capitalists whilst leaving the workers to rot in poverty. Due to this, Social Democrats will often advocate for strong trade unions, a universal healthcare service, like the British NHS for example, higher tax for the rich and corporations, a higher minimum wage for the workers, whilst more extreme Social Democrats would also nationalise parts of the economy, such as public transport and education, in addition to healthcare, that is, or even sometimes parts of industry that are failing, in an attempt to try and save the jobs in those industries and give those industries a boost. The nationalised industries would normally operate on a non-profit or low-profit manner, focusing on keeping prices down and providing a good service. Examples of prominent Social Democrats would be Clement Attlee, previous leader of the British Labour Party and Prime Minister of Britain during 1945 to 1951, who had nationalised roughly 25% of the British economy and whose government had founded the British national health system of free healthcare. Jeremy Corbyn and Bernie Sanders would also be two current and relatively famous Social Democrats, not socialists. An example of some primary social democratic countries as of 2017 would basically be most Scandinavian countries, and to an extent the United Kingdom, in a sense that it still has many features of social democracy, such as free public education and healthcare, not in that it has a social democratic government, as at the moment it has a conservative government under Theresa May. Furthermore, just to reiterate and summarise, Social Democrats do not want revolution, but instead want a reformed capitalism. They are liberals and not actually radically leftist in any way, barely being leftist and to many more like centre-left. Thank you for listening. If you've enjoyed this video, then please like and subscribe.